Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. Again, I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. My title today, in what ways could your life get better? In what ways could your life get better? So we'll see some people here jumping on and see if we're live on Facebook. Again, I hope everything is going great for you. I know we live in some crazy times, and this time more than ever is it seems like the whole world's trying to distract us from doing what we need to do to make sure that our families are taken care of and everything. So hi Craig, hi Dustin, hey John, Pam, hi Pam, hi my lovely wife Terry. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So when I heard this phrase, I just wanted to put more emphasis on it. So I see that really lighting up here. Kai, Bill, Nicholas. Hey, Bill, I just liked your short video with your dog. It was cool. Norma, Christina from Portugal. That's cool. So one of the things that I want to really express here is there's a simple phrase that I've used in my entire life. Again, I'm just a simple person. And I know that people don't do what they should do if they're not looking forward to what it will get them. You know what I mean? So when someone says I'm stuck, when someone says, I don't know why I procrastinate, and when people say I don't know why I don't do what I'm supposed to do, it 100% is all about, you looking forward to something. If you are really looking forward to it, then you're excited and you're constantly have this movement going forward. And there's a lot of lines that have been used out there, like you need a why to make you cry. And, I've used the one that, I can help you get anything you want in life. You just got to figure out what you want. And a lot of people don't know that. And I touched this on a little bit with the videos that I did yesterday. Again, you can check those out by going to roberthollis.com. Or roberthollis.com free. My son Matthew is really putting a catalog together. Hi Laura, hi Jeff, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been almost doing a video a day now. I haven't looked how many I've done so far this year, but each and every one of them is not only what you need to do as far as your mentality and your mental space, your heart space, but also the exact mechanics that you need to make this business fly. And these principles work in everything, just work in flat out everything. So the point getting back to it is part of my personal development is always, listening to people that I admire that has helped change my thoughts and the way that I think. My thinking could always be better. And I got an email from I follow on YouTube channel and a number of things. I know that Craig was so great posting yesterday I got this on Abraham Hicks's or Esther Hicks's email list, and I just signed up for it and I got this. And so it's funny how fast I'll take it, what I learn, and then you can see right there that I got it posted on my deal along with the incredible nice thing that my wife made for our goals to get to master affiliate. But I know that I talk about this stuff, and then I think a lot of people go, yeah, but they just talk about that stuff. They don't really do it. And are you kidding me? Hey, Jeff, miss you too. Hi, Ola. And it's just amazing that, mentally, if we don't have these things as reminders, it's like we just don't do it. And so, my question again to you is, in what ways could your life get better? And so when I learn something new, I apply it right away. And I started reaching out to people and asking that question. And it's funny because it immediately brings up little thoughts in our heads about how things can get better. And hi, Zoltan. Hi, Sharon. It's just really phenomenal. There's another thing all over our mirrors. My incredible wife, Terry, she takes the time to write her penmanship is amazing. And so, she takes the time to write, which we've heard in the past. And I know this came from Bob Proctor. And, I'm sure Bob Proctor got it from Earl Nightingale and Napoleon Hill and people that he worked with. But the question is, wouldn't it feel great if? So wouldn't it feel great if, if I was debt free? How would it feel if I had people in my organization that were making more than me. How would I feel if I lived where I wanted to live, or I got an additional home? Sometimes people don't want to move from where they're living, but why couldn't you have an additional home? You know, wouldn't it be great if, and you just go on and on. So there's a number of things out there that we deal with, and I just love this statement, and that's why I wanted to bring it out. It really has worked for me. So I say it out loud, in what ways could my life be better? And like Lisa said, it just like click, 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 and it just goes through. So now the next step that I always tell people is when you put down things that, how your life could get better. Here's a question. I do it out loud. I know it sounds weird, but guess what? I don't care. I learned this years ago, and so I will continue to use it. And it's like, I always ask myself, well, listen, not only in what ways, you notice I keep looking at it because I want to get it, in what ways could my life be better? And then when I say that, I go, okay, so how can I make that happen? What resources do I need? What kind of contacts? What kind of people do I need? And it was funny, I did a video today with Jennifer and Amanda. And one of the things that I did right away is I just said to her, I go, listen, she said, I want to make $10,000 a month. And I said, $10,000 a month, that's easy. All you need is 100,000 in volume. And if you took that and divided it by 90 personal volume, that would only be 1,111 people that you need. And she went, wow. And I said, well, think about this. If you were the one that enrolled Terry, then you would already be there. So you could either think, how am I going to bring in 1,111 customers, or how could I find someone that would do that? Wow, what a concept. Just a little bit, out there. Well, maybe I can't find one person that can bring in 1,111 people. What if I could find two people that could bring in, 510 people? Well, if I couldn't find someone that brought in 510 people, is it possible that I could find four that brought in 250? Are you guys 270? And what it's called reducing to the ridiculous. I know when I first got involved in this company that I was consistently, this industry, 35 plus years ago, I was consistently looking for people I could sell the product to. Then I started looking for people because I got with my mentor, and he said, listen, Robert, you need to find people that want to make more money than they're currently making. And if I were you, I would start looking at people that made 50,000 plus a month, 70,000 plus a month, 80,000 plus a month. Because when you start finding people that are in the top 11% of the people in the United States, top 1% of people in the world, that means people have already figured out how to make six figures a year. So they might be just a little more motivated than you. They might be a little more coachable than you. They might have worked on a little more personal development mindset than you. They might have a little bit more confidence than you. They might have a little more posture than you. They might be doing this not for money because they already have money. Why would they do this then? They want more time. People that understand how to invest are consistently looking for ways to get more money to invest. See, they're already in the fourth spectrum. They went from consumer to self-employed to business owner to investor. So when you find someone that has replaced their income and all they do is invest, what do you think they're looking for? Money. So these people are usually pretty outgoing. These people are usually have nicer cars than the average people. They live in above average homes. Did you hear where I put an S? It's just that they think different. They really, really think different. So here's something on how I find those people. I find those people because do you know what every poor person has in common? Every poor person has this in common. They know people that are not poor. Do you know what every unmotivated person has in common? I sort of slipped up. You guys already know where I'm going here. So unmotivated people know people that are motivated. People that are introverts know people that are extroverts. Are you guys finding this pretty interesting? So if you're a kind of person that, I'm not beating you up here. I'm thinking that it's a lot of mindset and heart space that you've done. If you go listen, me and Jennifer were laughing about this with Amanda on a Zoom, and I was just saying, listen, what if you're introverted and you're not a really excitable person? You only, then they tell you to talk to your friends and family. It's other three people that are also mechanics like me. And so, they say to go out and talk to strangers, stranger danger. And I'm like, wait a minute. My whole life, I've been able to do pretty good in life without talking to any new people. Now I'm in a business where I got to talk to people. And I want you guys to really get the concept that me personally, I know that I can help more people if I go out there and find people. We live in a really unique time in the world where people are uncertain. They're very uncertain. And people don't like to live in uncertainty. The prices of things they bought every day are going up. That's called inflation. How do you beat inflation? A lot of people, if things are happening, they're not in a position to have freedom. I know this is going to sound crazy, but we actually have affiliates with My Daily Choice in Ukraine. And if they understand how to do this business correctly, they can leave, but they continue to make money by building their business as long as they can connect to Wi-Fi. Wouldn't it be wild, or wouldn't it be great if you had a business that anywhere, any place, any time, that you had an anywhere business? that you learn to do this because you can connect with people and you can actually say to them, listen, I wonder if you could do me a huge favor. We're looking for people that want, instead of being in the top 11% at 100 grand, we're looking for people that want to be in the top 5% at 200 grand. And so these people know how to set priorities. The reason that they're successful is because they are really good at focusing. They're really good at focusing. It's so funny. There's a new person that I'm working with now. I haven't gotten permission to use his name yet, but he's an incredible leader. And I seen him post on his Facebook page today, TGIF. Thank God I'm focused. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's just amazing that if you consistently talk to people, that they know people better than them. And what's unique about this company is they're in a position, because of this incredible gracious compensation plan, that they actually can earn income by referring the right people. So the one that I always will say to really clear this up so you guys are not like thinking I'm beating you up, is that, there's people out there that own sporting teams. And you guys already know what I'm going to say. They own sporting teams like, they own the Lakers or they own the Dallas Cowboys. And get this, they've never played the game. There's people that own Remax franchises and they've never sold any real estate. They're not an agent. They're not a broker. It's a different business mentality that people are looking at. And I also said this to Jennifer, and I think you guys will all love this. It's like, the whole mentality that we have sometimes is that what we're doing, if we would do it, then other people that are more successful wouldn't. It's just the opposite. So not only do these people have confidence and they know how to focus, but they're always looking for a way to free up their time to generate more cash flow so they can use that money and listen closely to help more people. So you can't despise things that you would love to become. So there's people that despise people that make money. They think, like I was brought up, I got these thoughts in my head where, they lived on Snob Hill, and now that they're living on Snob Hill, it's like, oh my God, I wonder how much it would cost to take care of that yard. They're paying someone to take care of that yard. Yeah, but how long would it take them to clean that house? Does someone really need that big of a house? They don't clean their own house. Yeah, but what would the taxes on that house be? They can afford it. Yeah, but no one really needs that many cars. They can afford it. Well, I just know that, they're snobs, they just gather stuff and keep gathering stuff. You have no idea how much these people spend in charity and how much money they give away to helping people. You have no clue. And I was always taught that wealthy people were bad people. We get this from Disney, right? We get these from all these shows that are out there, like Wall Street, they're always going, hey, listen, the people that got money and power are bad people. Bad people. Yes, some of them are, but most of them are not. So money just makes you more of who you already are. So if you're the kind of person now that gets a little bit of money and you're buying gifts for people, or you're making a little bit of money and what you do is you go out to eat and you say, I'll take care of the tab. If you're one of those people that every time you have a little bit of money, you treat people great, you're going to be that same kind of person with a lot of money. So you got to allow the, God, the universe, whatever you believe, to use you as a vessel to go out and learn how to do this business, to attract a large group of people that want to better their lifestyles, to get certainty back in their life, to get security back in their life. Right now with everything going up, we're an answer. We have an answer to people's problems. And like everyone says, money doesn't buy happiness. Well, neither does poverty. So I thought I would just share some of those cool things with you, because I know for a fact if you consistently think, in what ways could my life get better? And then think of those things and then think, how can I make that happen? I say it out loud. How can I make this happen? And then I start thinking of possibilities. And then when I think of those possibilities, then I am excited. I reach out to people with information that I know that if they cared, they could refer me to great people. So I hope you enjoyed this. Love and appreciate you. I know you can do this. If no one's ever given you permission in life to be happy, fulfilled, and successful, let me give you that permission. My mentors did that for me. And I just believe in you. You can do this. Without a shadow of a doubt, you can do this. You just got to put it into little baby steps and learn to do each one of those baby steps. So more videos to follow. Again, thank you, Craig, for posting all the places that people can go. Nicholas, Terry, my wife, Eric. I don't want to miss anyone. Hi, Tina. How you doing? Monica. This thing sometimes doesn't let me go all the way up. So there you go. So I thank you very much. Talk to you tomorrow and see you soon. Bye-bye.